Hi everyone, so I'm just going to show you how I made this envelope. It's just made from cardstock, easy peasy. You can use designer cardstock. This was just plain white cardstock and I've inked it up, done some punching. If you don't have a punch, you don't have to worry about punching it, just doing some layering, and you can just pop that straight into your journals. You can stuff it with some tags or ephemera. So let's get started. A4 sheet of paper or an A4 sheet of designer cardstock, whatever you want to use. Right, I'm just trying to remember how I done this. So the shortest side at the top, and what I'm going to do just for convenience is I'm just going to move it along to 10, so that's with 10, and then score that at 9.5. It's only because I end up moving it when I do it that side for some reason, and I end up messing it up. So that's that. Do the same, just turn it round so that you've just basically so that you've got a 1/2 inch either side. Then on the length side, I'm going to score it at 4 and then 8 1/4. The other one I done a little bit too big, so then this would be your flap, like your envelope flap. Right, so that's that. And there's only a tiny bit of wastage on this. Now, with the 1/2 inch down either side, I'm going to keep the 2 top pieces and I'm going to trim off the 2 pieces at the side. I think my paper is wonky, to be honest. It doesn't look straight. Anyway, so that's the flap, sorry, and that's the bottom. So yeah, see, there's me getting it all muddled up already. So starting at the shorter side where the flap is, just cut up to this end of the second section and miter it off. Miter it off there, you don't really have to be specific, and then again miter it off and trim that off. So there we have that. So you just fold that up. That's going to be your flap. You're gonna, well, I'm going to punch that, so I will lose a piece of that anyway on the length. Yeah, I do actually think my paper is slightly off. I don't think it's been cut properly. And I got that from Hobbycraft. Right, what am I looking for? Oh yeah, my punch. So I'm using this punch. It's called something floral, I can't remember. I know it's discontinued. I get asked about it a lot and I'm constantly asking other people, what's this called again? And they tell me, and then I forget. I keep meaning to use a Sharpie and mark it right on there what it is, so that when I get asked, I know the answer. So sorry if the camera wobbled with that. Alright, so now we're going to do some inking. Alright, I'm going to try and do this really, really quickly. So I'm just going to go up around the edges, around here. We're going to be covering most of it over anyway, so I'll just go around on here. On the inside, only really need to go down a little bit because the rest is going to be covered over. And now we're going to fold it and distress around all the fold marks. Like I said, you don't have to if you're not looking for that effect. My fingers are so inky. Right, and then on the inside do the same. I'm going to kind of cover all of that because I'm not going to cover the inside. There we go. It's really kind of rough. I would normally spend a little bit more time doing that, but I want to get this done quickish. So I'm going to glue that down. So just along the 2 little 1/2 inch pieces, get some glue on there, whatever glue you like. I definitely recommend a wet glue rather than like the double-sided tape, because if it kind of goes over, things catch and stick on it. So again, I'm going to use, if you watched the video before where I was making these, I just used some dictionary page. You can use printables, book page, whatever you have, anything at all. So I'm gonna just tear away the edges here. Actually, then I just roughly measure stuff, like think, okay, that's going to be there, just give it a little crease, and then I can pop that in and tear it off. If it doesn't all tear off in one go, then you have to go in and tear the little bits off. And here, oops, to try to keep it a little bit straight. There we go. Gonna do some inking. And then get that glued down. And then just pop that on here. And I'm going to go back in with this music paper. Excuse me. Just do some tearing. And then I will just check to see where, yep, near enough at the end there. And then tear that piece off. Again, some more inking, it's just to get rid of the little white pieces that show when you do the ripping. Some more glue. This is a full bottle, but do you know what? It's so thick and gloopy. Sometimes it's a little bit runnier. I don't know if it's the cold weather, but this one's really thick. There we go. So we will glue that on. Then I'm going to use some lined paper. Just kind of going to do it like a little bit, not all the way. So this nice lined paper. Actually, I've got a piece that needs to start ripping that up. So I'm going to use about that much. I'm just going to pop that on about there. I'm going to use another one of these. I was using these in the last video. These are a freebie from ARTYmaze, either on her website or her Facebook group, which is called ARTYmaze and Friends. And these come in the brown, a red, a green, and I don't know if there's any other colours, but that's the ones I have. So I am just going to glue that on. A lot of gluing, definitely a lot of gluing. And like I said, you can use a glue stick. Do you know what? Oh, I've heard around here over the last couple of weeks is everybody coughing. I just heard my neighbour outside now. They're coughing, everybody's ill. It's that time of year, isn't it? Where it's like, well, that's it, you're getting sick. Right, so I'm going to use that. Just going to ink up around the edges because it's very white. These are from Tim Holtz, the botanical die cuts. I really like these. I mean, if you've got ARTYmaze is a nice collection of like flowers that you can print out and fussy cut and then, you know, put on. I thought I had, yes I did. I'm going to put that little butterfly up there as well after I ink him up. How much time I've got left? Oh, that's not bad. So just ink him up so he doesn't look white around the edges. A little bit of glue. Pop him on there. And then on here, what did I use on that one? Some more music paper. So I'm just going to move that out of the way a second to start ripping this up. There we go. And this I will have to judge because I don't want it to go over the punched piece. Roughly about here. If you want to measure, you can do. There we go. Excuse me. A little bit of inking. Literally takes seconds just to get rid of that white piece, like I already said. Repeating myself now. I have actually got, I bought the other week, I couldn't get hold of that glue that I'm using. Shelves were empty. As were a few other items that I normally buy from one of my local shops, which is called The Range. So I bought some of this and that is really, really good. That is very thick as well. So on this I'm just going to pop that butterfly on there after I ink it up. And if I got enough time here, yes, I'm sure I have, to just cover the back with some lined paper. So then I need that big piece now. I didn't ink this piece up there. There we go. Let's hope that butterfly hasn't moved. So put a little crease there. Give that a tear, and then I just have to judge. There we go. From back there to there. Just give it a little fold. And ink it up, glue it on, and there we have it. Simples. Make sure all around the edges are pretty well done, because you don't want it catching. And I mean, you could add more decoration to this if you like, and you could also put the lines going like that way, so that obviously when the envelope is maybe inserted into the journal, you can write that way or that way. If you don't decorate it, you could just pop it in, just say like that, and it's just a whole pocket, and so you've got then a tuck here, you open it up and then you've got your envelope part there. So that was the first one I made. That's the second one. This is a little bit shorter because that's a bit too tight, like too wide for the journal.